microphone's working.
Yay! We didn't check that before we started, but
do it, Mike.
I saw the green lights, so we're happy. Wally's showing you all our video today from the Stingray adventure went live. So if you haven't seen it, make sure to get that on your watch list.
That's what he's telling you in Stingray.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah.
Watch the video. Yes.
All right. Oh, what's that, Stingray? Roll the intro.
But first, we're going to tell them what we're doing. We're going to be talking about lounges and entertainment on the Disney Wish.
And are you ready to hear? This TikTok was really good.
So let's do the intro.
I'm going to tell you all about it.
I gotta know, when can we do this again?
Well, ahoy, mateys. We got to welcome in all of our friends who are here with us live and welcome everyone who is on Team Replay. We got the Moana Mom, Heather. Welcome in and welcome back.
Welcome back
From the Wish. Excited to watch
got to do
all
her Wish cruise as well.
Yes. Interesting to see, if you're here with us, what the girls thought of all the things we've
I know Heather
talked
wants
about.
to do like a little live stream over on her Facebook page too, talking about the Wish. So
That'll
what
be
are you
perfect.
doing, you
Head over
goofball?
to the Moana Mom on Facebook.
Hi.
Hitchhiking Bones are here.
Yay.
Make sure, guys. So we're going to be quick tonight because at 10 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Mountain, 9 Central, do your math from there. We're going to be over on the Hitchhiking Bones channel
Oh.
talking about the Disney Wish. So
Yeah, so we're gonna
answering,
hop over there.
these guys are going to grill us.
Yeah.
Everything we know.
The TikTok,
Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
And we
And
got to
we
say
gotta
hi
say
to
hi.
Andy and Liz.
Say hi,
Hey,
Andy
Fun
and Liz.
Fiero.
All right. Wally's super excited to talk to you guys about
Kids,
Kids
Club.
Club. So when we talk about entertainment on board the Wish, I think that the Kids Club
It is quality entertainment.
I mean, it's
It is
kind of
quality
the
entertainment.
center
Yeah.
focus, I think.
but it is showing in the thing, but it will only for kids.
Only for kids.
No
But-
adults allowed.
But right on the shot of the shoot, if you had a kid and you make sure go down there and go down the ride like my did, that reason we show that my dad did go down the ride.
Dad did go down the
He
slide.
did,
didn't
yes.
he?
That is the fun catch. Ahoy, Wally. Hitchhiking Bone says, and hey, Sherry,
Donna will
thanks
say,
for
ahoy.
hopping in.
Yeah.
And Brian and Yad,
Yeah.
great to see you guys.
It's been super fun to connect with you guys through
yeah.
YouTube. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch the Christmas in July swap because Brian and Yad totally spoiled us, and
Crazy.
Wally just had so much fun with that box.
Yeah.
So, and they have some really awesome cruise vlogs, and they do a really super fun weekly. Is it weekly? Is it weekly that you guys do it? I can't remember. Everything kind of blurs together this time of year for me with back to school.
Back to school.
But they do some really fun kind of podcast style talk over on their channel talking about Disney and all the things. So go check them out as well. We got Aileen and
Jeremy the
are
Flipped in the
here. Hi,
house.
guys.
Sounds like you guys got a lot of stuff coming up on your schedule here, personally, and Disney. Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
Exciting,
Sad
guys.
that
We're not
can't
down
be
there.
down
We are not
there.
down there to
I
hang.
know, but,
all right, go for it.
All right. So Wally was saying the slide, we should show him. I think we have the video.
Oh yeah, the
We have
video.
2 videos.
So make
One-
sure you do that on the first day of your cruise. After boarding,
That's where you went.
adults are allowed in the kids club.
It might actually.
No, that was it. That was it.
There's so many clips. Oh my gosh.
Adults are allowed in the kids club, and
Yeah.
specifically on the Wish, adults can go down the slide.
Slide. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like me,
You do this. I get.
Yep, I got
can
it.
do this.
I'm not good at navigating 2 screens. I don't even do it at work, and I'm our IT coordinator, so I like it. All right.
Window,
My brain
photos.
gets
Here we go.
confused. Okay.
There we go. So,
So here's
okay,
Mark's
this is
turn.
me going.
Well, actually, this is me filming
filming.
you.
Yeah.
Because then the film of Daddy going down the slide is in the vlog.
And I don't know. I mean, when was the last time y'all did a slide as an adult? Because it was scary.
Yes, yeah.
But
I mean, adults go down the slide. So when they do the open house, right when you
Yep.
get on the kid, right when you get on,
Tell
then the
them
adults can
about-
go down. What?
Tell them about when I had to say goodbye.
Oh yeah, the first night Wally went down the slide. So after we like had our first night, then Wally was so excited to go to the
Yep.
kids club, and it's so cute. If you haven't watched our embarkation day vlog, like he was just so excited. He goes down the slide, and then Mark came down, and he's like, "You just come down the slide and wash your hands, and then boom, you're in the kids club." And he was like a pro at it. He loved the hand washing stations. He washed his hands like 4 times, I think.
I love the hand washing
They are pretty
station.
fun.
No, I had to.
Then you could go do the video of Wally going down. Like
Okay.
not that one, but
No.
there's one of him actually on
Okay.
it. Let's see if I can find it. He did a vlog
Is that-
video of him going down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the first night he just goes to the kids club after dinner and he's like, bye, down the slide he goes.
And then mommy started crying.
It is a fast slide.
It's a fast
too.
slide. Yep.
Aw.
Did you want to see
Yes. Like Jeremy been craving going down a water slide. Well, I will say that I'm not a fan of water slides because I tend to get hurt on them, but I've done it on the Fantasy and I've done it on the Wish and I did not get hurt on either. So I think that the Aqua Duck and the Aqua Mouse are a win as far as safety
Yeah.
goes. In
But
my
you're
book.
you're in a tube going actually up more than you are
People
down.
do fall out of it though, so it
They
does
do.
happen.
That is true. Yep.
and
So yeah, the kids club first
Yeah.
night. Get on the
Yeah.
cruise. Go look around it as an adult because that's
So
one of the last
show that, show
opportunities
that.
you're going to get
show
in.
don't.
okay.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
we're going to talk through each section here real
We'll
quick.
talk
but-
about each section.
But
So let's talk
I-
about all the sections
I
of the
want
kids
to
club.
show you.
Yep.
No, guys, don't shop. I want to tell them.
Yes.
Okay, you tell. them.
Do you remember the train, the Build Your Own Railroad? That one running until the last day out in there.
It's true.
Right,
Here,
so
we'll
recall.
show a picture of that.
So
Yeah.
one of the areas is the
Oops. There we go.
Build Your
Am I
Own.
doing that right?
yeah, you're good.
So yeah, this was the build your own roller coaster
But
experience.
I'm not building it. No.
No,
Not in this one.
that was a fake
It was.
for mommy
I
daddy
will
picture.
say, like we made a lot of IT jokes on this
Yeah.
cruise. If
Did-
you haven't seen the
Did what?
night that we attempted to watch the Kiss Goodnight and it was having IT, like that was a little bit of like
Steve Ballmer is a former CEO of Microsoft, so if
But
you ever hear me
hey,
it
shout
was a
his name,
roast.
Guys,
So
it was a roast.
Guys, you went on body on it. Actually, not.
no.
But Wally, why don't you tell them a little bit
But tell
about
them,
what
so
it's
the
like?
last day you went, it was up and
It was
running.
up and
This
running.
was in the Imagineering lab.
I did it almost 10 times.
You did it almost 10 times.
I
And
think
what did you build?
I think I did 10 times. But there was some other ones on there, but I wasn't able to get all the way up to them.
I know.
You just have to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days on this. You did.
You'd have to spend 10 days on this cruise ship to do them all. What did they have? What? Because we don't even know.
we don't even
Wally.
know what it was like.
We didn't even get to
So
go.
you start at that one computer screen off to the side.
Mhm.
What was
Yeah.
that like?
You like, I will show you.
Well, you can't show. You got to
You
talk.
scan your band like
Okay,
this, and
yeah.
and then you the guy told you hit one of these roller coasters, but I picked big bundle.
Mhm.
Of
But
course.
then they're like, okay, what did your last shot it? And then they put railroad underneath the scene, right at the bottom of the scene. So then you hit the button, like you hit a scene button to move on and put that down. So you're like, oh yay!
So that's the Imagineering lab. What did you guys get to do in the Imagineering lab, Wally?
Oh,
It was
wow.
really cool. The different like touches. They had all the like
One day
pieces.
I played hide and seek.
One day we play hide and seek.
And I was like, I'm gonna hide in the back pot, and I really hid. If you went down, I hid in like behind that thing, and I was like behind that.
What did you do in the Imagineering lab? Because you would always bring us back a lot of really cool art. Did you guys do art in the Imagineering lab?
If you go back to the fourth day that I went down there, remember that the 50 thing,
The what?
the turtle ring I bought.
The turtle thing you brought, yeah.
Those will get one me drawing with a can.
Oh,
And
very cool.
And then every day they kind of like went and they made something in like, and you wonder what those round ring were? Those lightsabers.
Oh, yep. You made lightsabers one day. They did lots of like arts and crafts in the Imagineering lab. And I will say this. So like,
No, they didn't.
They didn't do arts and crafts. What'd they do in there?
They did a couple of
They did some arts and crafts. They did a lot of arts and crafts in the Rapunzel area too, didn't they? In her drawing studio.
But
what did you guys do like out of the big tables in here? Isn't that where you did some of your crafts? No, what'd you guys do out at those tables? Those tables.
Yep.
Right there. That you see those blocks? We built in them.
You built with them.
That's cool.
It was really cool because Wally really made the connection to being named after Walt Disney this year after we did our trip to Marceline, Missouri. And after we got off this cruise, Wally, what did you tell me? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Imagineer.
He wants to be an Imagineer now. So thank you, Disney, for brainwashing my child because, I mean, you know, we would love if he would be an Imagineer someday. But I will say, like, he really made the connection. And I think he came out of this experience in the Imagineering lab because, like, we've talked about it before, but I don't ever want to, like, overly influence him. Like, I want him to, like, discover.
Arrive at who he is.
Discover what he wants. Obviously, with his love of stingrays, that was not influenced by us because we are not ocean people.
But guys, for your question, yes, this is where the model of Big Thunder is at.
Yeah, well, not like a model.
It's more or less just a diorama.
They have the picture, and then they have the like. It's in my video.
Is it?
Yeah, you just need to keep going on it.
Hey,
it has the like medallion from it. It's down.
Oh yeah, it's over in this section. There we go.
So yeah, so they have one of the pictures from Big Thunder, and then they have like the medallion, the Big Thunder Ironworks.
Yep.
So they had lots of different like props. So they had like the little one.
They did a paper airplane that I made in the kitchen.
Yeah, you brought home lots of crafts. And what Wally really loved seeing these too. They had all of the like clay models for a lot of the different rides. They had Tron, they had the Guardians coaster in there. So it was just really cool because he made all these connections to like the whole concept of Imagineering, and that when you're an engineer, like you design things. And he told us this because we're looking at like fall activities and what he wants to do. And he said, Mom, if I want to be an Imagineer, I need to learn about electricity, and I need to learn how to be an artist and draw and mold things. So he made this whole connection about the process of Imagineering. So that was really, really cool. I mean, I definitely think, in my opinion, the Imagineering lab is just the coolest kids club area on any of the Disney shows.
And if we could ever make it back there to be part of an open house there, which I doubt because it's at the entrance, so I doubt they're ever going to have an adult viewing.
When we did the open house, like just for the Oceaneering lab, like Wally said, the roller coaster wasn't working. So the roller coaster experience was not working majority of the cruise. The last night it finally was working. And in the Marvel Superhero Academy on our cruise, and Heather, I don't know if this was different on your cruise, but they can do the superhero experience where they get to make their own like super suit, and that was not working the entire cruise. So there's still obviously some bugs. Like we were cracking some jokes about like, oh, Windows Update is running, because it
literally was running a Windows update.
So and they could not get it to come back online. So we were cracking a lot of Windows Update jokes. But one thing I noticed, and I didn't notice it when we were in the space, I noticed it when I was editing the vlog. I don't know if I have it in here, but they have all the touch points in the Imagineering lab. I don't think they have it. Has the Imagineering logo on it. So it has, you know, this, it's on the hard hats. It has the actual Imagineering logo, this guy, instead of like the traditional like Mickey
head.
So I thought that was really cute. Like that was a really fun touch. It definitely is just a really, really cool space. And yeah, the butterfly from Journey into Imagination with Figment, that was really fun. Like it was fun to like stand there and like watch the illusion. In some ways I was a little heartbroken because it's one of the things I always try and like I always want to analyze things, but then I have to stop myself from doing it too much because I want it to still like be the illusion in the park. So definitely like broke down the illusion completely because I could really like stand there and play with it. But it was really, really cool to see all of that. Wally, what were your other favorite spaces? He's like distracted now with Legos. Wally, come here.
He's Imagineering.
I know.
We're probably getting a rocket.
Probably.
What did you think of the Star Wars space?
Yeah, what do you think of the Star Wars cargo bay? That was one you kept asking about too.
I was wanting to dip around one of the solid bits.
Well, can you tell them about the Star Wars space?
The solid bit. If you would have been down there, if you would have seen it, you got to do the lightsaber there.
Get to do the lightsaber?
Remember the lightsaber we were talking about?
Oh yeah, the arts and crafts, the lightsabers that you made. Yep.
Right here.
I did not bring home all the arts and crafts.
We didn't have room in our suitcase, buddy.
But yeah, the cargo bay was very similar to like Batu. Like it feels
I didn't tell you.
Very good
very
Star
similar.
Wars theming.
I didn't tell you
They
that.
have another video.
They
I don't
have.
think I did.
So Wally, one thing you told us about, because we were confused as to what the kids were actually doing in there. Can we go to one of these pictures?
Yeah.
So they gave them iPads that they had to go then tap their band on the station, figure out the animal, and the iPad would help them feed the animal, right?
Yeah, like do different things to
Is that
take
what
care
you were
of the
learning how to
different
take care of the
animals.
different
You're doing
animals,
animal
right?
care? That's what she was telling. Did you not do that? I don't know what. It's such a mystery when you send your children to the kids club. Like,
Hey, Mommy.
So we
you
did
want
do.
you want to hear the real one? What happened?
What was the real thing that happened?
The real one is one of the employees came over and they thought the scene wasn't like the robot scene, and then we changed it, and there was like a barcode on it, and he hoped that one about like tent sets, like building light tables and
oh, that's
Ooh,
cool. So
that's
they had
cool.
like kind of an interactive, like learn about lightsabers and stuff.
Okay.
Um,
So we were able to go to an open house in this space where we talked with the
Yes.
cast member, and
we didn't play around
we
with
didn't
it.
play around
we
with
ended
it
up
'cause-
just talking to the cast member
Yeah.
most of the night.
Yeah.
And then if you've seen it, you saw our little open house that we did in the Marvel space, and that was really
and that was
cool.
actually put on the whole kids show
Yeah.
for adults.
And they
then
would
kids that
have
come
like
in.
lots of different shows, character interactions, all those sorts of things where like you could see them in the navigator for the kids.
Yeah.
Which
it would say with the age group of the kids.
you know, I mean, I don't know how that works when you're in the kids club. If they would like announce to the kids, like,
Yeah,
okay, like,
hey,
this is going on.
Spider-Man's coming to the Marvel place, and
asked
all the kids.
Wally-
You know,
Who you said you got to dance with Minnie Mouse in the kids club?
no, I didn't. I got to actually take a picture of it.
What did you do? Well, you got to do some character interactions. I don't know. It's really hard with a 5-year-old
Oh,
to know what
yeah.
happened.
Minnie Mouse.
so yeah, how the kids club work is you check them in actually, and it was really cool at that slide. So at the very on the main deck.
Hey guys. Here
Yes,
was
Wally.
what happened. You remember that big area right there?
Yep. When you
Yeah.
walk in.
No, that big area by the vendor area.
Yeah.
Yes, by the Avengers area. Yeah.
No, by the
Star Wars area.
no.
Okay. Well, whatever. The
By
big
the-
area.
Yep.
roller coaster.
Yes.
By the roller
Okay. By
coaster.
the roller coaster. Yep.
That area, Minnie Mouse came in, and she all just took ran in a vine, and then I was in that one, and I was like, Minnie.
So you got to hang out with Minnie in there.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
cool.
fun.
So I mean, it just like Brian and you like you were asking. So basically, you go to the little. There's a
Yeah,
little
so there's a little
check-in
desk
counter.
right here, and the cast member would scan his band.
So they give them magic bands.
Yep.
Which we did finally find.
Yep.
And then they just would scan them, and that has all of your information on it. And then they can communicate with you through the app. So I remember when we did our cruise in 2015 on the Fantasy, they had
They required you to carry like your
the
room phone.
phones. What were they called? They were called
They were
something.
track phones, basically.
Basically.
They were like phones for the
Yeah.
the cruise ship.
But now everything's in the app.
Yep.
So if your kid's like, tired or hungry or sad or whatever, they,
they
can
can
just
actually alert you
message
through the
you and you can come back and get them. But you check them in, they'd scan their band,
And
boom,
down the
you'd
slide
go
you
down
would
the
go.
slide. And then I walked after the kids club is open and you can't go down the slide. They do have a stairway over here that you can go down.
Good.
So then as adults, you just walk down the stairs, the end of their time. And the kids club was open until midnight every night.
Yep.
I have no idea what time it opened in the morning because we're not
We're
morning
not
people.
morning people.
So
We're
we
not
never
big.
would have been there for when it opens.
No.
I think like 7 a.m.
But you can
or
see the
something.
slide drops into it.
Yep. Drops
cleaning
down in
station.
here. They wash their hands and then they just
Run.
go on their merry way. And I never worried about them at all.
Never.
It's super, super secure. So when they do, even when they would do like open house areas, so like the night we went to the Marvel event for adults, they completely close that off for the kids. So the kids cannot go into that area.
After we die,
Um,
I want to tell you something.
okay.
Remember the Star Wars area?
The Star Wars area,
and
yeah. The Star Wars. Can you use your S sound?
Star Wars
Star
area.
Wars area.
What do anyone know by that?
The Avengers, and then there was the fairy tale hall. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
And that's where they had Frozen. They had the Arendelle Hall. They had
No,
Belle's Storytime area.
They actually took that off.
They did.
They put a big middle wing,
Yep.
and they just dropped that one right down. And,
And that's when they close off the area for the
Yeah.
adults
and
to
then
come in.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
So
what
physical
the?
barrier.
And
they,
so there's hallway entrances
And
to
you
all the
know-
individual spaces.
You know
Yeah.
what they did?
Hmm.
They actually took out Eddie did it.
Yep, they kick all the
They're
kids
like-
out.
So I did.
So it's very secure. They
Cheetah,
don't let
cheetah,
like
cheetah.
any adults in there.
I'm
And then
like,
they have a big check-in counter
Yep.
that you go down to pick them up, and you have to
Yep.
give them a secret word.
Yep.
So you set up a secret password to pick your kids up.
Yep.
So you ask for the kid, they ask for the password, and then the kid comes out, and then Wally would have to scan his band again. They would double check it.
Yep.
Make sure it was like the right person.
Yep.
And then they had these doors that would open to let them out. So very secure process. And yeah, I mean, they
It did.
can go
It allowed us to go do our own thing for a bit. You're exactly right.
and they can go for as long as they
Mhm.
want to. You can, I think you can even
Wally.
take them during dinner time. They
Yeah.
used to like feed the kids in the kids club. I don't know if they're doing that now because of COVID, or
COVID,
how that
yeah.
worked.
Daddy,
But he would come to dinner with us. And then when he would finish eating, he
another
would pretty
thing.
much go to the kids club.
Daddy, that
and
is another
we
thing.
would
We're
have-
not talking about train right now.
we would have the rest of the night to ourselves. So it made it really, really easy. And then he would tell us, do not come back and get me until they close
Yeah.
at midnight. So they would send us a message through the app the first night, like 15 minutes
Yeah.
before closing, just reminding you, like, we're closing in 15 minutes.
Second night they
second
waited
night
till
was
like
like
about
5
5
minutes
minutes before.
before.
Yeah. Because we told him we're like, he's with you guys till the
He's
bitter
staying till
end.
the end. So, and the first night we went down and picked him up, I think he was one of 3 kids
Yeah.
in there. The second night there was maybe like 10 or 15 kids still there at midnight.
Maybe.
But there was only 250 kids total on our sailing. So that was kind of nice
Mhm.
because we just didn't have, I mean, he kind of had the whole place to himself.
Yep. Didn't have to
Um,
reserve the kids club. You
didn't
could
have to reserve
pre-check him
it.
in online. We did that. And then you could also pre-check him in again at the cruise port. We did that.
Yeah. So
They do have also a nursery. We walked through it. I don't even
Mhm.
remember seeing that in the video at all, but it's, it's a cute nursery.
It's a cute
you do have
nursery,
to
yeah.
reserve your time with them because they have to maintain
they have to-
ratios
yeah,
and,
it's the
and
ratios
so
for
forth.
kids.
So,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, really, and we said this when we went on our cruise in 2015 before Wally joined our family as just 2 adults. It's like the Disney cruises are so great because the kids are just they're happy. They have their own space. There's so much for them to do. And as an adult, there's so much for you to do. I mean, that was like pre-children. And I mean, I remember just thinking like, gosh, I never heard one kid throwing a temper tantrum, one kid crying. I never felt like there was kids running all over the place. Like there's so much to do as a family. There's so much for the kids to do on their own. There's so much for adults to do. Like it's a really great setup. And I mean, I remember like researching that before we went on our fantasy cruise in 2015. The very intentional choice when they launched Disney Cruise Line to not do casinos.
Yep.
And the casino space that was on most traditional cruise ships at the time they intentionally made it a kids club because they wanted families to be able to cruise together. They
It's
wanted
Walt Disney's mantra.
yeah, they wanted families and adults to be able to come and enjoy themselves and everyone have something to do. So that's really cool.
That's really
buddy.
cool, buddy.
He's like Lego building like crazy.
All right, so we got to keep on track.
Yeah.
We got to
So-
talk about some of the other entertainment on the ship.
Wait, I wanted to show you that.
Okay.
It was really cute to have this heading the system.
Mm-hmm.
So everything there with the two.
Everything there was just cool. Do you want to talk to them, Molly, about the Hero Zone and the Incredi games?
Oh yes.
That was really cool too. So I have to say I was very skeptical of this when they announced this, and Heather can testify for me.
Guys,
I text her and I was like, what is this? They're gonna put blow ups on the ship. Like that is so lame. Like they couldn't come up with something better. And I was like, I did not have high expectations for it at all. I was like, really, this is so ridiculous. It was cool. It was really, really cool.
Hey guys,
And they had great like
Guys,
protocols for
if you
keeping
want-
it clean.
if you want to know what I beat my daddy in there.
You did
Yeah.
beat your daddy. In
That was a
didn't
big,
you?
that was a huge accomplishment, buddy.
It wasn't too hard to do.
No.
But yeah, so basically on all the other ships, their basketball court game area,
Most cruise ships ever, it's all out
it's
up on the
all
upper
out
deck.
on the upper deck. And so like, basketballs bounce over the edge. And so they intentionally moved this indoors. Make sure you mute these, otherwise it's really loud.
Okay.
They intentionally moved it to this indoor space, and then they came up with this concept of also doing this inflatable obstacle course. So we went during just like the open house time of it, when they just have it free form open, you can run through and just have fun. I've seen some of the like cruise vlogs since our cruise and seen the line like wrapping around. Wally never waited in line. He just like went through it like 15 times in a row, like just over and over again.
And,
So I do
and
think if
tell-
you're on a busier cruise, you
and
might have
tell-
to kind of like wait in line to go through it.
but guys, you did hurt. And,
If you get hurt,
and you
yep.
stop bleeding, then
Yep. Yep.
Don't.
So Daddy had to go back to the room and get a Band-Aid because Wally like cut his knee. I think it was actually from a fall he had before we went, but it, started bleeding, and they said, nope, like he can't go in there if he's bleeding, like you have to go get a Band-Aid. And that's the only thing I would say is I wish they had like a first aid
Or
station
something.
available so that we wouldn't have had to go back to the room. And normally I have Band-Aids in my purse, but with this guy, we go through a lot of
We do.
Band-Aids. So I tend to be out of Band-Aids pretty regularly in my purse. But yeah, they were super like clean about it from that perspective. Because I'm kind of a germaphobe, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like stinky feet and like
Do know you need
Ugh.
socks.
yes.
So if
So you
you're on
need
a
to have
cruise-
socks. And I did not bring socks because we were on a Bahamas hot weather sand. I was like, I'm not gonna need socks. I'm not wearing closed-toed shoes. So I didn't have any socks, but Mark will always wear socks with his sandals, and we always bring socks for Wally because sometimes like his shoes, they'll like bother his feet, so he'll put socks on. So the boys had socks, so they got to run through it and have a lot of fun. And then they do have it open for like a competitive time as well. So we just did it during the like Incredi Games open time, which is just free for all, run through as many times as you want. But then they do also host like family game sessions too, but you do have to be a team of 4. But
You could
can
join other people.
So, but as a family of 3, it was like, I don't know. Is that gonna be weird if we try and like find one other person? So in the future, we just need to like bring a friend along.
Bring a friend.
So
Catherine, thanks for hopping
Yeah,
in.
thanks for
yes,
hopping in.
you get to meet characters.
We
They are
did.
still social distancing
they
on the
are still
ships.
social distancing.
I am convinced that Disney Cruise Line has a policy of our cast can't get sick. Like
they almost all the cast members were in masks.
Yes, pretty much universally, they
Our
all wear
server
masks.
at dinner like would sometimes take her mask down, but she'd always like kind of look around. And she was like, my boss doesn't like me to take my mask down. So I think they just don't want their cast members to get sick because it really
It would
impedes
impact
their
Their
operation.
ability, yeah.
So most of the cast members wore masks, and they were still doing socially distanced character greetings. But that being said, they were all like wonderful interactions. So when we first got on the ship, and they've changed this since. I mean, that's how fast this stuff is changing. But when we boarded, you had to go get in line to get a reservation for Hyperspace Lounge. And so Mark was in one line and I was in the other line, and it was a long line. They did such an awesome job having characters come through. So the first 45 minutes we were on the ship, Wally did the wand ceremony with Cinderella and Prince Charming, and then Captain Minnie was walking around. He got to go up and like see Captain Minnie. Then Captain Minnie came down to the other deck and did a wand ceremony by Mark. And then Pluto came walking by. So, I mean, he had a lot of character interaction on the ship. They had all of the characters out for Pirate Night, which was super cute. They had Chip and Dale. They had Goofy,
I was going to say,
Minnie,
I think she asked the favorite.
Mickey.
I was going to say, I think my favorite was Pirate Night.
Yeah, Pirate Night was really fun. The pirate characters were really great. And then they did have Marvel characters as well. We were going to do a Spider-Man meet and greet, but there just wasn't time. We just didn't make it to that one. But we did do Chip and Dale on Pirate Night. And then he met Pluto again another night, and he met Mickey another night. And then Minnie was in the kids club. And then Pluto and Goofy were on Castaway Key, so he got to interact with them. If you haven't seen our Castaway Key vlog yet from today, super cute. We did the Doggy Shark song with them. It was really fun.
Because it was just Wally. It was just us. It was us and the characters. No one else around for.
And I think that's
miles.
A pretty common experience on Disney cruising in general, is that like the character interactions are kind of awesome because there's just not. It's not like in the parks where there's a huge line. They have the photographers out, and the photographers on the ship are awesome. They just like take great photos and tons of photos. I mean, obviously they're incentivized because they're trying to sell you the like photo packages at the end of your cruise. And so they want to get lots of good, like quality photos. But they did a great job with that. And then the other thing that Wally got to do with the characters was we kind of stumbled upon it. We were leaving the craft. So we did a inside out craft, which was super cute. You got to make a little memory orb ornament. So I think, it's a little, make sure you mute it. Yep. They had all the like crafting supplies out. They had glitter and all the different like colored paper and Mickey confetti, and then all the different inside out characters. And you could grab all these different crafting supplies and make these cute little memory orbs. So that was super fun craft. That was out in the bayou. And after we finished that, we were walking. I think we were going back to our room to go get changed and do the pool. And Mark just kind of like saw this was happening and stopped, and they were doing Who's Behind the Curtain. So the atrium space, which is now the Grand Ballroom. I think that's what it's called. So it's not like a traditional atrium. They built this beautiful stage, and they have all sorts of like entertainment and shows. And so we got to like do this really amazing Who's Behind the Curtain show. And they call the kids up, and it's like basically like 20 questions, but they get to ask 20 yes or no questions, or 10 yes or no questions. And then they have to try and guess who's behind the curtain. And so Wally got to go up and guess. And so Pluto came out first. So he was like thrilled about that. And then he got to guess, and it was Donald behind the curtain. And that was just like so awesome. That was a super, his first question was, is it a Disney character? And they were so cute. Like, it was just really, really fun. So then Donald came out, and then the last one, they did like a whole guess with the audience, and it was Mickey. But he just like had this front row seat for it, and it was totally awesome. And then they had like a big dance party at the end. And that was maybe one of my favorite moments of the entire cruise, was Wally getting to break dance with Pluto. I don't know if it's in this. He was dancing. Yeah, I think it's on the vlog.
Yeah.
But yeah, he like Wally's really into break dancing right now. I don't know where that comes from, but he's like gotten way into break dancing, and he's like, Wally's break dancing, and then Pluto's like looking at him, and then he gets down and Pluto starts like break dancing with him. So that was super fun. And then we were going to do one of the Princess Royal greetings, which Wally was actually super excited about, but we ended up
No
sleeping
time.
in and
No
skipping on
time.
that. We were supposed to do it on our castaway day, but we were tired.
Yeah.
So we didn't end up doing that. But Belle was out in the like upstairs, like
Hey, John, thanks
overlook.
for hopping on.
And Wally was like, "Can I go see Belle?" And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, go see Belle." And just like the cutest photos. And Belle was like so sweet with him. And it was really just like a beautiful backdrop. I think I have a bunch of pictures that I took from that. Wally took like a bunch of selfies on my phone. He was documenting his final evening on the ship.
I was gonna say, was it after Castaway?
I think it was after Castaway.
Yeah.
So many photos. Oh my gosh. I think it was after Arendelle. There's Pluto. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I don't remember when it was. When did we go shopping? It was like what? It was the night we went shopping for the second time. Because
then that would have had to have been the night after the Bahamas.
I think it was.
Pirate night?
I
Well, stop there because we had to talk about lounges and we've only got 12 minutes left. So
Oh my gosh, this goes so fast. 12 minutes. We don't have 12 minutes. We have like 20.
20.
Anyway, I don't know. The Bella interaction was super, super cute. But I'll pull up these because this is just some of the photos we had done just to show you. So they would always have them down there. And they just like were shooting the most amazing photos. These were so cute. They had the white backdrop and they just took the cutest pictures of Wally. It was so fun. So we got lots of nice photos. But there was Belle. And it was so pretty because they had the like, it was upstairs. And so it's framed so nice with the chandelier. But he was like having the best time with Belle. The pirate night backdrops were super fun. Goofy was out.
I really thought the chest, the light up chest was cool.
You got to do Captain Mickey. That was on our first night.
Yep.
They had this like light up treasure chest and that was really cool. So yeah, I mean, entertainment wise, there's so much to do on the ship.
And this doesn't even get into the shows.
The shows.
So
And the shows were great.
Shows were great. Disney Sees the Adventure.
Mhm.
Just a fun kickoff to the cruise. Full of IP, full of characters.
Really cute story.
Really cute story.
Because that was basically like Captain Minnie lets Goofy take over as the captain. And so it's kind of like
a little bit of funny,
well, kind of Sorcerer's
heartwarming.
Apprentice-y,
Very
you know?
Sorcerer Apprentice.
And then it like goes through all the different like stories. And that's like on all the ships, they have a show like that.
Mhm.
But the Disney Seas the Adventure was really well done, super fun, awesome to see all the different characters. And then the Little Mermaid was the other show. So eventually they're also going to have Aladdin on this ship. So Aladdin is also on, I know it's on the Fantasy because we saw it when we were on the Fantasy. I think it's on the Dream too, or the Dream Beauty and the Beast maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
which Aladdin's great. We saw it on the Fantasy. We saw it. There's the Belle pictures. We saw it when it was in Disneyland in Disney's California Adventure. So we'd seen Aladdin before. But it was not ready. It was not ready for production, which it is interesting. I think when Disney Cruise Line first came back, it seems like there was two shows running on most ships, and they normally have 3. So they did not have Aladdin up and running, which was actually really wonderful because we had a night off from feeling like we needed to go to a show because a 3-night cruise is so fast. But Little Mermaid was so
gorgeous.
Good. They don't let you take any video in the theater like at all. So we just have a picture before, but they have the big, treasure chest. And it was just
they really did an amazing adaptation of that story.
So good. They did
really
such
did
a nice job with it. And then for us personally, the actress who played Ariel had like a slight lisp. Both of us like independently noticed it. And after I was like, did you notice? And Mark's like that she had a lisp. And I was like, yes. And then we just started crying because Wally has, he has a phonetic awareness speech impairment. And so he does speech therapy and, he's such an outgoing kid. He's so social and it just warmed our heart to see this Broadway level production with amazing talent and this beautiful actress who had an amazing voice and was an incredible actress, being able to do that. And even though she had a slight speech impediment, Disney
hired her,
welcomed her, like just that they have such an inclusive community for everyone. No matter who you are, they want you to feel included and they want you to feel a part of that. And it just like hit us right in the feels that, our little boy who, loves to sing and dance and talk and put himself out there, even with this struggle that he has, he could maybe be center stage on a Disney cruise ship in a Broadway level production someday. So that was really like just like kind of a personal moment on the ship for us. But the shows were they were fantastic. They were wonderful. And then we did have pirate night. So again, 3-night cruise, they ramrodded pirate night in there, but you can't do a Disney cruise without fireworks. Can't do a Disney cruise without pirate night. Yeah. So we like did a super fast costume change and got to do pirate night, and that was super fun. And it's a new version of the show. It's
Rockin' the High Seas.
Rockin' the High Seas. So that was really fun.
Can I turn the music on, honey?
Sure. So yeah.
How could you not?
We were having a lot of fun. We always love pirate night. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really good. And the light up chest photo, that was really cool. They just have like really awesome like photo backdrops every night.
Yeah.
And definitely, I mean, that's what we love about Disney is it is a very like it's an inclusive, welcoming environment, and it's just really magical for everyone, no matter who you are, where you come from, like everybody's welcome, and they just make it such a magical experience. So, of course, Captain Jack
still comes in.
Can't have pirate night without Captain Jack. But it was really fun. It was a cool show. It was really neat. And then the fireworks.
So note this about your positioning on the fireworks.
And I wanted to be down on the main level to like, get to dance and be a part of the show. But the fireworks are launched off of
off the side of the ship,
starboard side. And so if you really want to go view the fireworks, you should really be up on the deck. And it's one of the downsides, I think, to the Dream, the Fantasy, and the Wish, because they have the big water slide. It does like obstruct more of the view for fireworks versus the Magic and the Wonder that have more of an open deck, which we'll see how that compares. But I would assume you have better firework views on the classic ships. Was there rum? There's always rum.
There's always rum.
Disney
We're getting to that
ship.
here real
Yes.
quick.
We definitely did the drink of the day.
The rum might be gone after we left. No, they got tons of rum.
Was it you or was it Captain Jack that the reason the rum was gone?
It might have been me.
Yeah. Okay. So Brian and Iad, it's a great question. We want to do like our last series kind of on navigating the ship.
Yes.
But it's definitely a different layout. So pros and cons. I think Heather and I were talking about this the other day. One of the biggest critiques is people in like wheelchairs or what are they called?
ECVs.
There was a lot of feedback that it was harder for them to navigate
inaccessible
the ship.
areas.
So we'll talk more about kind of the general like layout of the ship. But yeah, there's definitely been a lot of critique.
Yeah.
And
it's rightfully placed.
It's rightfully placed, and I also have some opinions on it.
Yep.
So we'll talk more about that.
Maybe we'll get into it on the Hitchhiking Bones next.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah,
we'll see if
definitely.
they ask us about
We
it.
got like 15-ish minutes left, but you'll want to hop over to.
And I'll get their link put
Hitchhiking
down in the
Bones.
chat here shortly. I wanted to get us rolling on the lounges.
I don't even know what questions they're gonna ask us, so it'll be fun. I always like being on the spot.
Flipping through videos.
So entertainment. I mean, we talked about the food, but there are essentially 2 dinner shows on the ship as well. There's the Marvel show and there's the Arendelle show.
As we
I mean,
said
the
last time,
Arendelle show, as far as like performance, was just out of this world. The talent in that show is just absolutely incredible. And then there's the lounges. So we'll cover that here in our last 10 minutes.
First one, not known to many because it masquerades as a barbershop, but it is the Hook's Barbery. Oops, gotta be on the right one. Here we go. Hook's Barbery. And from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night, they open the door to a old-fashioned bar. And you don't need
you can just go in and get a drink.
You don't need to be getting a shave as I had done or a haircut. You can just go in, very expensive shave and haircut and product.
We got our like cruise balls like, Mark, how much did you spend on that? I'm getting a massage the next time we go.
Less than you ever spend on your hair. I'll just say that.
It's true.
Is less than that.
It's true. So, but like Mark says in the vlog too, it is a sense of spa, and it's probably our biggest gripe about like the spas on the Disney ships is they are like upsell. They want you to buy the product.
We didn't even talk about this entertainment.
No, well, that's I guess it's another piece. Yeah, and it is another lounge too. So Luna, you can go hang out in there. You can get drinks. They have a full menu.
Full bar.
I think I cut that out of the vlog. You know, I'm not when I edit things. It's like they're really meant to be kind of our capsules of family memories and not as like
you want to see tours of the ship.
informative?
That's someone else. There's tons of other people. Go watch WWNT or Attractions Magazine, DCL Clues Blog.
Yes, they're going to give you a lot more of the informative.
We're going to show you our experience because we think that's what matters. Plus, that's what we like to watch.
But yeah, so they had also shows and like lots of family entertainment and activities. We did the Wish Quest in here, which was again super fun. It was like a condensed scavenger hunt all in the space, but you could order drinks in here as well.
I assume that was for the Hook's Barbery.
Yeah. So you really enjoyed. He got a aged rum old fashioned.
And
that's what sold him because first he was like, oh, it's just old fashions. Like I can't
have any whiskey.
So that's not going to be good for me.
Here we go.
But then when he found
Get your screen capture ready.
They had aged rum. He was all for it.
Look at that.
So he had a nice like shave treatment and then had his rum old fashioned, which was delicious. The drink was the cheapest part of the experience.
It was the cheapest
part. But yeah, so that was great. And while Mark was doing that, speaking of entertainment on the ship, I was up on deck with Wally and we did the
drink of the day.
Aqua Mouse. Yep. So there's drink of the day. So we did the Aqua Mouse and then Wally and I had some pool time and we did the Aqua Mouse twice. Personal opinion, I think the Aqua Duck is better. We pulled up, we have our video from when we did the Aqua Mouse on our first cruise in 2015 and compared it. And I was like, yeah, Aqua Mouse is way better. And Tom did a review too on the WDWNT on their channel, the Walt Disney World News Today. And he talked about this and I didn't really think about it. And I was like, yeah, no, that's totally it. Because you spend so much time going up in this tube. And it's cute and the storyline is really fun. And Wally loved it, but it's not as much of like the coaster part. Yeah. Whereas the Aqua Duck is like the full, like I think what's exciting about going on a roller coaster on a cruise ship is like the tube and getting to see out in the ocean. And so you get more of that, I think, on the Aqua Duck. Also, I think the Aqua Mouse is a really stupid name, personally. Like, I think it was really lazy. But, like, Aqua Duck makes sense because it's funny. It's like a play on Aqueduct and Aqua Duck. And then Aqua Mouse is like, did we just, like, we couldn't come up with anything else? So we're just, like, call it the Aqua Mouse? I don't know. But I do think that it's still super fun. And the Slidosaurus Rex is awesome. Because it's like the party DJ Party Rex.
DJ Party Rex, yeah.
Theming from Toy Story, and Wally loved that. He just kept going down it and down it and down it down. And it's a long,
It was a long slide. Fun walk up there, fun things on the way.
Yeah.
So they had 3 main lounge spaces.
They had the Bayou.
So the Bayou, which is kind of midship, kind of just
beautiful,
hang out. Gorgeous.
The like floral ceiling and like the lily pad looking like lights and everything.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool space. So we did our craft in there. We didn't get any drinks. I did ask because they serve beignets there. They do not have gluten-free beignets, which I was bummed about.
But you can see the guy setting up in the background there. They have live music here. So after the crafts get done during the day, it turns into just open air live music venue. So,
and then it's right. So there's the Bayou, and then right next to the Bayou is where you go into Hyperspace Lounge. So we did go get drinks at Hyperspace Lounge. And we said this before, but our pro tip is like, if you really want to experience it in the hype period when everybody wants to go there, go like right at 5:15, right before the first show or dinner seating starts. And it was so quiet in there. But we spent all of 10 minutes in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cool space. It's a
really
cool idea.
Cool. It's a really awesome idea.
I'm going to say the drinks were a fail.
And I don't think they had their full drink menu yet.
I don't know.
We're going to have to try it again when we go back on the Wish. But very cool themed
theming. Like, it's a cool space. Cool. This is the drink menu, guys.
And they were mimicking it to be like Lando Calrissian's like ship. That was like the vibe they were going for, which makes sense. Fits perfect on a cruise ship. Very elegant. Definitely had that vibe. Definitely felt like a very like hip, elegant space lounge. But it just was like, it was really loud. I don't know. I guess when I think of like
super loud,
wanting to go to a lounge on a cruise ship, like I just want to like sit and listen to like lounge music and have a drink and not have the like constant like kind of pulsating
ship
noise.
This was, I mean, again, they put a lot of theming into it. It was cool.
Yeah.
You can hear it's empty at this point, and you can hear how loud it is. This is empty. Yeah. There's just a lot of.
I think I've got some other clips like in the lounge. There's just like kind of a lot of general noise happening.
Yeah. And then when there's people in there, it's even louder.
But the wall was really, really cool. Yep. And it was really fun that it would like change every
move in the direction
minutes.
Of our ship. No, it was like every 7.
It was.
They said every 15, but it was I timed it. It was
frequent.
Yeah. Is that one the video?
I think this one.
And what you're not getting here is the iPhone has compensation for how loud it is. It is loud when it does that.
Yeah.
It is like,
but then you'd hop to a different part of the galaxy, and so that was really cool.
If you're a huge Star Wars fan, you have to do it.
And they had like all the props all over the place.
If you're not a giant Star Wars fan, as Irene said, pro tip, go like when people are leaving to go to the show and just see if you can slip in. Try to convince the host to let you slip in for 15 minutes.
We did 3 of the drinks. So this was Wally's, and it was just like basically blue milk with orange sherbet on top.
Yep.
Which he really enjoyed, and he drank the whole thing. And then I don't remember what you got. Do we have a video of the menu? I think we do. So they give you iPads for your menu. All right, here's our fancy menu. So they had the different cocktails. What did you? Oh, you got the asteroid belt, the pickled Minnock.
Yeah.
But you heavily modified it because you couldn't have like hardly anything in it. And I got. Did I get the Batu? I don't know. I don't remember what I got. We did not get the Kyber crystal, but I don't know if you can see it in there. It legitimately is $5,000. So we did not get the Kyber crystal. We did think about it. You know, we talked about it for sure.
For a hot second.
I mean, it's kind of not a bad deal because you get to go take 4 people to Skywalker Ranch. So,
So I want to get to it. Liz asked a great question.
are they
non-themed? Well,
non-themed?
first, it's a Disney ship, so it's not going to be
I mean,
non-themed. It's
yeah.
themed less. So I'm going to say Nightingales, which I'll let you scroll and find.
Nightingales was maybe a little
Yeah.
like it was more
It's-
toned down.
It's
I mean,
toned
it's not
down
like
theming. There is no unthemed
Disney
areas on
vibe.
any Disney property.
Well, yeah. I
mean-
mean, but they had Keg and Compass,
Yep.
which has some throwbacks to the Norway ride,
Oh yeah, we didn't actually go in there, but yeah, Maelstrom.
Maelstrom. Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of throwbacks in there, so that'll be.
And so that was probably like the least like themed space, maybe. But yeah, I don't know if there's really like any unthemed lounges. We really, really, really enjoyed Nightingales. That was our favorite space by far. It just was very like elegant, laid back, really a cozy space. Very beautiful. It's right off the main atrium, so it's Cinderella themed. They do have live jazz and music there. I love the like bubble chandelier that they had. Mark got one of the smoke bubble drinks. Lots of gin drinks here, which I really love. Gin's like kind of my jam. So that was really fun. This is the really cool live that I captured. And then the Nightingale drink. But it just is like a very cozy space.
Yeah.
So Nightingales
want
was
to be
for sure
removed from theming, and they also had live music in there. I don't know if you said this.
Yeah, we never
made
caught
it
it,
to that.
but that's a goal for our next
Gotta
wish
have more things
cruise
to
is to do a live jazz experience at Nightingales. So but yeah, we basically did Nightingales and we did Hyperspace Lounge, we did a craft in the bayou, we did the Disney Quest in Luna, and then we did stick our head into Luna the last night, and they were doing what's the one, Match Your Mate, so we got to watch a little bit of that. And then we walked around upstairs where they have the Rose Bar, and that is gorgeous. So that's definitely like next time we cruise, we want to go get a drink up at the Rose. I still think Nightingales is going to be my favorite though. Like the Rose is cool, but it's kind of over the top.
What I really like about Nightingales is you drop the kiddos off and it's right there.
Right there.
It's literally right there next to you. Just drop them off, go get a drink, and enjoy yourself.
Great space as a mom and dad to like
unbeatable.
Go right over there. But the Rose was beautiful. They had a whole like champagne serving area. This is where you can get the $50 rose drink, where they give you a red stem rose, and then they have it's a tequila drink. It sounds really good. If you're not already following Jen over on Disgles, they did 2 sailings on the Wish, and the second sailing they were on, they went and got the rose drink up there. So I know she's going to try and get her videos and vlogs up here soon when they get back. So you'll have to go check her out, go follow her. Make sure you're staying tuned for that. But yeah, just like a really beautiful space up there. So next time we hope to spend more time in the Rose, and I would love to do a meal at Lumiere's, brunch or dinner. Would be really cool to go do. But they were really nice. They like let us go stick our head over there and like look into the Lumiere space.
Maybe kick us out.
But I think we covered everything.
I mean, there's the thing about Disney cruise ship entertainment and show wise. Check the navigators now, all on this device.
On your phone.
You can heart things and it will give you alerts. And actually, even though I was not on the internet, my devices in theory were still talking, but it would alert me on my watch.
Yeah, you still would get
I would still get alerts on my watch.
So that when we'll talk about that next week too, but like massive improvement to the internet was great.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we really tried to cover all the spaces. Like we didn't get to like sit and enjoy every space, but we at least stuck our head into every space. Our big takeaway was we really, really enjoyed Nightingales, Hyperspace Lounge. Meh. I think that Oga's Cantina is much better. I think it's a much more robust menu. I think it's a more enjoyable experience. I think it's more fun for a Star Wars fan. Yeah, I mean, I think in time, Hyperspace is going to kind of like die down and there won't be as much hype. So then you can just like go in and have a drink. But you can also go in and ask for your drinks to go, and they'll pour them into the same like crystal glasses they use in the theater. So you can like go to a lounge, get a drink to go, and then still go in and watch the show or the movie for the evening.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, we are going to end it here because we are going to hop over to Hitchhiking Bones and go hang out with them and do some more
Continue
chit-chat
along.
about
I
the
have
Wish.
pinned the link to their show
Yes.
up above somewhere, wherever the stuff gets pinned.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, hop over there and go check out. I think it pins it up at the top
It
of the
does.
like discussion bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hit that link in the chat. Hop over to Hitchhiking Bones. We're heading there. We're going to continue
Yes.
talking about the Wish.
And then I think we've got one more. So we've got 2 more vlogs that'll come out on the Wish.
Yep.
And we'll do another kind of wraparound final thoughts on the Wish on our Travel Talk Tuesday next week. And then we've got a new series of Travel Talk starting because we spent 2.5 weeks in Disney World this summer too.
Yeah.
So
We gotta
have
catch
to
up
go
on
back
those.
to that. And actually, we don't even have our D23 Guardians
No.
preview vlogs
We're
up yet.
way behind on that.
So-
That's okay.
We got lots coming.
Lots
So-
coming your way. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and bell icon if you're new here. Hit that like button on the way out. You know it helps us out. And thank you to our mods for being here tonight.
Yeah.
And chat was pretty good. So you just got to enjoy yourself. Appreciate that, Phil. All right. This is the Wonderful World of Walter.
Yes. And we love you guys just the way you are. We'll see you over at Hitchhiking
See you over at Hitchhiking
Bones.
Bones. Bye.
Bye.